Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of the MTG Arena Run. Yeah, it's actually been very hard for me to get a reasonable setup here. Yeah, there's some message, but I'll respond to our friend later. But yeah, it's been very hard. It's been very hard finding a decent one. The problem is the meta ranges really wide between mono aggro and Hondens for and shrines for much. Yeah, I've tried going both directions, but it's very hard to find your place. A lot of heartbreak in between. So you know what? I decided, forget about it. We'll just use an original. I wouldn't call it original. It's a standby that I used to do. You probably would remember this back in the day. Flash creatures into maybe drawing cards with Curious Obsession. We added Curiosity as an addition. The deck used to have Dive Down, but because of the prevalence of with the prevalence of shrines, we kind of needed Spell Pierce, Concerted Defense as non-creature counters. Draw Disruption gives us additional counters. Hopefully we are fast enough to beat that one. That's pretty much the deck I want to beat right now. That's all I can say. Against aggro, we might have a shot. We are running some bounce, but I might have been overplaying the creature aspect. Back in the day, I used to run Quench and other spells. I guess we have enough flyers that we could have run the lofty one, but oh wow. This is an awkward keep. I am willing to keep this one though. Okay, this is Shrines again, so our best hope is our opponent does not have removal. Yeah, basically if we see triple colors of mana that don't yeah, this is definitely Shrines. So with no counters, this is a really bad keep for us. So our best bet is if our opponent plays Haunted of Infinite Rage. We can play a Merfolk Pirate, Grindborn Cutthroat into Curious Obsession. Now we can cast this on. We might want to just save for the Spell Pierce. So you know what? Just draw the extra cards now. There's a chance our opponent might. Okay. Got one Spell Pierce. Unfortunately, we played the land already, so we're not gonna hold up the double Spell Pierce. Might as well target me. Let's see. They might. I'm hoping they go for one of the 4-mana shrines, or a removal spell, Rip Apart. Okay, they went for it now. Thank goodness. And oh yeah. Yep, that's the classic. Now we can't defend against that, but we can kind of race our opponent on that. So we're gonna take 4. Opponent goes back up to 13. Oh, dear. Okay, they must have a cheap spell. Ignis Inspiration. Spell Pierce. And we have Fading Hope if we... Though this only hits creatures, but what we can do is if our opponent goes for another burn spell. So anyway, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Hold up Jawari Disruption and Fading Hope. And have a ton of cards to go with it. Sanctum of Tranquil Light. Okay. So not. Takes our opponent down to 2. They will go back up to 5. Trickster is a nod to the creature decks. Okay, how many counter spells would... Oh, you know what? Just play the Siren Storm. Play a Siren Storm Tamer. And then... yeah, that gives us 2 counters effectively. We might... like, if the opponent just goes for that, I could bounce it back to hand, but you know what? Well, yeah, let's let it land. Opponent goes back up to 5. Let's see what their follow-up is. They can also spend mana to tap, but we have concerted defense to... oh no, it's only block. Yeah, that's the case of where you want to have dive down. Also, the removal doesn't seem to be so we're taking a bit of a risk here. They might have instant speed removal. Yeah, opponent concedes there. Whew! And to think that was not our optimal play. Wow, looks like we had to reach back deep, go back to our roots just to get something that feels relatively good. We did take a risk on that one. We probably should have just held up the... no. Okay, the reason I did not keep any dive downs is we probably should have also kept the Siren Storm Tamer that way, but it's a bit awkward. So opponent polite, looks aggro. So next turn I probably just play for a Cutthroat and just play out the Disruption. Yeah, basically hold up Disruption. We will need multiple mana after this though. Opponent is thinking a bit. Okay, so if this is the typical... so now we know we can afford to cast Disruption. Well, Expressive Iteration. Well, let's mess our opponent up a bit. Okay, there's a Fading Hope. We don't have to cast that right away. Yeah, I'm gonna hold it back. I don't need to cast Winged Words quite yet. I do feel bad that Brineborn is... let's see what our opponent does though. Okay, we'll cast the Brineborn. Let's see if they have a 1 mana follow-up. Let's see what their burn spell of choice is. Fading Hope. Yeah, we'll let it bounce back. I don't mind, actually. So getting the Disruption back. So we need to see what our opponent has to go active eventually. Okay, let's see what their kill spell is. Unholy Heat. Yeah, we'll keep the disruption up top. So opponent does have a lot of 1 mana spells, so we'll have to keep that in mind. I guess we play one out because they're not expecting the second one. Opponent is sitting back pretty. They haven't played. They've missed a land drop. Well, we technically also missed one. We might end up just casting Wingwords to draw cards. Okay, it landed. Okay, let's see what we get off the top. Okay, multiple spell pierce is good. So we are saving all of that. Expressive iteration. I want to mess with them a bit. Let's see if they spend all of it, and then we can just go Jawari Disruption. So we are still vulnerable to Fading Hope and we might have goofed up by using all our counters that way. We do have a Merfolk Trickster if our opponent does go for something big. Opponent gains a life. Let's see what their follow-up is. Lava Coil. Yeah, we lose the... Oh, wait. So even if our opponent pays for it, it's still it has enough toughness now. I probably yeah, opponent lets it get countered. They might have a bounce spell. Nope, that's a true. Yeah, we'll just do the regular draw. We don't need to grow the Fairy Vandal that fast. Curious Obsession is nice. I will cast the Winged Words to draw. Yeah, there we go. Now our opponent is really incentivized to Lava Coil. Okay, sure. Lava Coil. Okay, that will kill it. Dragonborn Cutthroat, Fairy Vandal. Curious Obsession on the Vandal. Yeah, opponent says good game. We forced them to use the removal on their turn, so we ended up being able to drop the rest of our creatures instead. And we forced our opponent to use all of it on one creature. Yeah, that is the good feeling I missed. I should probably keep this deck on standby, even in regular historic. This deck is actually fine. I know there are a few rares that I ran before, but even then I felt like I didn't really need them that much. Now that I think of it, what were the rares that I really wanted here? Not quite. You could run this straight Artisan deck true and true. So we're definitely keeping this. We will kind of waste the Mystic Sanctuary because... yeah, what are the... yeah, the only 1 mana non-creature spell I can think of is the White Sanctum. It's fine. The other ones are a problem. Opponent's playing blue. Goes Ruin Crab. Okay, so that might be a problem. Let's see what our opponent's follow-up is. Ooh, could have used that at Curious Obsession. So I'm playing this, but our opponent could have okay, no bounce spell. So mill is a problem here. We technically could outrace it, but not so much. Also, it looks like our opponent is stuck. So we'll play another Brineborn. It grows this Brineborn, and we have Spell Pierce backup. Okay, we also landed the Curious Obsession, which we kind of want to put on this guy. So now we want to save Test of Talents for whatever removal they have here. Oh yeah, I should introduce the creatures. With the exception of Siren Storm Tamer, all the creatures pretty much have flash. Now Brineborn Cutthroat is probably the beefiest one of them all. Our other options include the Merfolk Trickster, which is to get a big blocker out of the way. Opponent tanking. They're deciding if they might be deciding if they want to chuck the Ruin Crab and keep me. No, don't let me draw a card. Okay. And I definitely will. So we have Curiosity, but we're gonna save that. Opponent might be stuck in mana. If they... Good game. That's fast. Okay, looks like they were stuck in mana. So that one went much better. Yeah, it turns out I have to go back. It turns out I have to go back to my roots. I think I can already take off the... But that said, not every matchup is perfect. We also have to be careful of the hands that we keep, because there are some dead hand games we could end up having. We were kind of fortunate that our opponent did... Oh yeah, I should also show the deck list. Okay, so turn 2 Fairy Vandal into Curious Obsession. We want to save the Concerted Defense as long as possible, which might be easier said than... Oh wait. Yeah, we'll save Concerted Defense. Because the crit... Okay. Oh, it turns out we did not need to save Concerted Defense. Siren Storm Tamer turns Concerted Defense effectively into a Spell Pierce. We do have a few rogues. So the plan next turn is Brineborn Cutthroat into Concerted Defense. Taking out the first shrines is usually the most important thing you can do. Does our opponent go for it again? Also note the trick we can do is if our opponent goes for a kill spell, Fire Prophecy. Oh, it's set to black. Okay, we'll keep that up top. Let's see if we can draw a regular land. Yep. Here's a regular land. And yeah, we're gonna pass. Hold on. This is pirate, so counter unless you pay 1. Let's see if they pay. Because we have a trick, we don't have to use a counter spell. It does let them learn, so that's the side effect, but we kind of have to do that because if it, we're better off trying to counter their next shrine that instead. Yeah, and Brightburn Cutthroat is getting a lot of people this time. Hey. And I'll be honest, this was the first deck I built. I just felt like, oh, I should probably try something different. Big mistake. Turns out you should try what you're comfortable with. You should go with what you know best. Try something new if the stakes are not that high when you have the time. So there we go. We are keeping this one. So turn 1 Storm Tamer. If the opponent burns this, it's usually fine. Then we have turn 2 hold up for Cutthroat. This might be the mirror match. Let's see. If our opponent does nothing, I might not even cast the Brightburn Silvergill Adept. Okay, so it's with Merfolk. We also have Merfolk. This is a tough one. I go for the extra card. No land, but we have Jwari Disruption if we need. So, unfortunately, it's most likely our opponent plays another creature. Yeah, so this looks like just Merfolk all the way. Merfolk Regery. So that's going to be a bit of a big one. They probably can't attack though. Oh, they're attacking. Okay. We do need to hit our lands though. Okay, we hit our land, so that gives us Brightborn into Trickster. Let's see what our opponent's fault. Oh! Merfolk Mistbinder. Okay. Sure, tap or untap. Merfolk Mistbinder. So this one's just going wide. Okay. So we can tap this to, no, we need to tap one of these to shrink it down. And hold on, and when that dies, this dies. And yeah, this is the case where we probably don't want Spell Pierce. But we will make do with the Spectral Sailors. Yeah, so you have to remember Merfolk Trickster has, yeah, that was a very brutal trick. Not so sure if, okay, opponent goes Silvergill to get Shoreline Scout. Oh, this is an uncommon? Oh, I forgot about that. Well, maybe not play the... Okay, we'll take... Let's see what our opponent's follow-up is. They clearly have something. So I can't exactly draw a card. Okay. Though they do have their own Merfolk Trickster. So which one... So the question is, which one do they target? Because I can sack the Storm Tamer just to keep it up. Yeah, we're giving up the Curiosity, which is sad. Yeah, I guess we do want to have a few dive downs in the future. Yeah, this is probably our worst matchup. We overloaded on the non-creature because that's usually what's been getting us. Another Merfolk Trickster. Yeah. Yeah, this is the... Yep, that's the one. This is the one matchup that we had problems with. Our opponent did use the Merfolk Trickster a lot better than we did. What? Yeah, the problem was we had the wrong counter spells. It's a meta call. Now let's hope that we don't run into more Merfolk matchups, and we should be fine. Famous last words, but I'm actually a little bit happier now. This is the best I've done on this particular event so far, which goes to show how bad all the other experiments were. Okay, so we have the famous we have the classic Spectral Sailor into Curious Obsession with Spell Pierce backup. It's not good if our opponent happens to be a creature matchup, but we'll have to make do. Yeah, a lot of our... We did make a meta call that it's going to be a lot of non-creatures, so... Looks like nothing on turn 1. We do miss out the opportunity to play Brineborn, but... Oh, white blue. What's this? Storm Chaser Dray. So that's why I have Fading Hope. And yeah, we will keep the Storm Tamer on top. So now our opponent's most likely to be an Aura deck, so we probably want to save. Yeah, taking a page from our previous opponent. Okay, maybe not that many lands. We'll play the Siren Storm Tamer because that gives us an incidental protection for our stuff. And unfortunately, Spell Pierce. Okay, Adanto Vanguard. Hey, I remember you. Actually, no, I actually forgot you for quite a while. Now I remember. Arcane Flight. Nope. Which also grows our Brineborn Cutthroat. Now, technically, we can't swing with the Cutthroat because Vanguard... Well, it's a way to take out their life. I have to swing with the Spectral Sailor, even if it trades with Storm Chaser Drake, though. Because it's pretty much use it or lose it with the Curiosity, so might as well. Yeah, unfortunately, this is going to be mostly auras, so Test of Talents is not going to have a place here. Actually, since most of it's enchantments, I think I should have cut the Test of Talents. Sentinel's Eyes, sure. So the question is, do they have a way to give flying? Rune of Sustenance, Lifelink. Okay, that's the annoying part. Lantern Bearer. We'll trade the Merfolk Trickster because it's going to get larger over time. Yeah, this is... So they pay 4, they gain 4, so no net... Well, we're the ones with the net loss. Yeah, we need to hit our other Fading Hope. Let's hope they don't have a bounce spell, because I just went shields down for this. Fairy Vandal, okay. Juari Disruption. Unfortunately, we're going to have to take damage. Yeah, the Sentinel... Yeah, the right auras kind of ruin us here. Sustenance there. It's... Well, yeah, it looks like it's all auras. So Test of Talents was a bad call. Let's see what their follow-up play is. Cartouche. Yeah, they generally have cheap spells though, so my best bet is to... Yeah, my best bet is to just force them to spend mana and have a Brindboard Cutthroat that's larger than their Avanto Vanguard, which is not a great play. It's the only one I have. So we are gonna take 5. They're gonna gain 5. Though we have a way of growing the Fairy Vandal. Oh, this is neat. Does it fly? It must have forgotten that I countered the Arcane Wings. So, thank you very much, I guess. So, end turn. Basically buff and reset. They might have a counter for this. Oh wait, resolve. They might have a counter for this. Sajiri Shelter. Oh, they did. The flip side, oh, now the flip side now is it's flying, but he can't attach it yet. So we bought ourselves a turn. Oh, we can't block it though, that's the caveat. But now we need to hit Fading Hope again. Yeah, the yeah, and the one time that the one time that we needed the counter spell, we goofed up. So yeah, let's just show him all the spells that we had. It's not quite over, but it's looking really bad. Yeah, we would. Yeah, our out would be to be able to bounce this. Curious Obsession. Nope, this is not gonna do it. Yeah, they probably end up blocking this, but it means we get more damage, true. Yeah, in the end, I'm not too mad about this. Yeah, Storm Chaser Drake. Yeah, we would be forced to hold back. They just block. I only need to attack with a creature. I don't have to attack with that creature. We are gonna lose the Curious Obsession. Maybe we should have put in the Brindborn Cutthroat. Yeah, unfortunately we have to give up on the Vandal. We really need a bounce spell, but even then, we're still dead to the whatever. Yeah, I guess we should have just cut. We didn't really need Test of Talents. What spell was I afraid of? And we could have just gone for more Fading Hopes. So that's something for you guys to keep in mind. And yeah, let's. Nope, that's it. That's it. That's good game. Yikes. It's not like this. But you know what? We did prove a proof of concept, so for the few hours that's left, actually no, for future Historic Artisan events, because it looks like that I would, because Artisan and Pauper don't really change that drastically. So knowing that, we can run the same thing again in preparation, in anticipation of that. Okay, what probably changed was, yeah, there's now a I guess Learn Lesson also was a big help as well. So with this, we go Mystic Sanctuary. Yeah, Mystic Sanctuary turn 1. We can go Fairy Vandal into Curiosity. I would have liked to do Siren Storm Tamer, but we also need to hold up Jwari Disruption in case our opponent is playing that deck. Like, if it's a Sanctum of Stone Fangs, that's an auto counter. But it does mean we need Season Hollow Blade. That's also an auto counter. If the last deck was any indication, that's an auto counter. So next turn we can go Fairy Van. So this is a different take. Opponent goes Bone Shards. Wait, what did they discard? At the beginning of each combat, ignores Enforcer, sure. Do they have another removal spell? That's where I feel sad, but you know what? That looked like their plan. Okay, we have Cutthroat. Yeah, Winged Words is starting to not cut it. Maybe Chart the Course would have been a lot better. Let's see, removal again. Oh, they actually have a different response. We'll swing first. I'm pretty sure our opponent has something. Like, I could just stack a regular Curiosity, see if anything happens, but yeah, super sketch. Let's just go Wing Words. Let's see if we can draw our... Oh, it's Reanimator. Okay, so Concerted Defense would do it. Depends on the reanimation spell. If it's late to dinner, we can count... Oh, so Test of Talents is what's there for. Come on, late to dinner. Power Word, kill. Unfortunately, this won't counter it, so we'll have to let that resolve. Our best bet now is to actually just wait for our opponent to go ahead and try to reanimate. They are holding quite a bit. Let's see. Power Word, kill. Yeah, I guess we hold back. We should have enough creatures. Because the thing now is we need our opponent to commit to a reanimation spell. Okay, multiple concerted defenses are good. So we have Spell Pierces now. Bone Shards, discarding a land. Yeah, we have to test our talents that. So let's check opponent's hand. Oh, they conceded. Looks like yeah, looks like they didn't have it. Okay, so Test of Talents. Maybe we need to adjust the mix. Probably do want more Fading Hopes for that one particular matchup, but I will need to figure out what to cut. So there we go. Let's see. I would like to get 2 more wins, but any game could be our last at this moment. So that's a tough one. Oh my goodness! But I'm so tired of Decathlon already. The event can go die. Okay, so keeping it, we want to do turn 2. Okay, so this could be that particular one again. Traven okay, not quite. This could be artifacts if you're running Traven Inspector. Looks like Esper artifacts of some sort. I'm gonna go Soul Herder. Let's see if our opponent attacks. And what we do is we do Merfolk Trickster to wipe out this ability, so it doesn't get to blink. Now unfortunately we have to do Curious Obsession now and hope to hit a land. Okay, it's tapped, so there is a window of vulnerability. And this is exile another creature, so Dawnbringer Cleric probably destroys the Curious Obsession. Yeah. We'll just have to do it the old-fashioned way. And the opponent can start gaining life off this one, so... I don't think they go exile, they... Okay, Jawari Disruption... Need to decide. It's a hard counter, but I'll pass. Only because I have no idea what to do. Ravenous Chupacabra. Okay, that's worth countering. Oh wow, this is actually bad for us. So our opponent can blink this one again, and the Soul Herder is now out of range. Yeah, we would need a Fading Hope. Let's see if our opponent's willing to block this. Because I'm willing to trade the Soul Herder. Dawnbringer Cleric is also fine because it forces them to play a creature, but it is bad for us in the sense that... Oh, they're letting us hit? Okay. Oh wow, but we don't need this many Fairy Vandals at once. We'll have to take... And probably just play the Brineborn Cutthroat next turn. Cloud Blazer. Ugh. Can't really counter much, that's the problem. I could have played Fairy Vandal, then just cast Wingwords to buff it a little bit. Yeah, just destroying the enchantments is... Well, it's third Curious Obsession. At least we're taking advantage of it, getting one shot each out of it, but missing our land draws is a... Yeah, Wingwords, we should go Chart the Course next time. Also looking like Test of Talents, randomly okay, usually not. Yeah, this is going to be a big setback for us. Although, let's see how our opponent attacks. Yeah, that should ground it. But now Man of War becomes a problem. Yeah, not having the kill for the Soul Herder. Also missing our land drops is kind of a Kind of a feel bad there. Also, Dawnbringer Cleric bouncing up. Oh wow, we really are stuck. Yeah, I might as well cast this for lack of anything better to do. But yeah, it looks like our opponent just need... Actually, ETB effects is actually a very powerful one because the only two cards that can slow down ETB effects, Strict Proctor and Hushbringer, they're both rare. So pretty much guaranteed to have all your ETB effects fire off. Yeah, I did. It just shows that the meta is way too wide open. Can't. Ashiok Dream Render. Search their library. Oh, I'm not searching the library anytime soon. The mill's probably gonna get me killed though. Well, none of them were land, so that's actually kind of fine. And opponent is very disciplined. They're just... So we're gonna go for the target first, because there is no way they're not gonna blink, bounce the Brineborn Cutthroat. So yeah, unfortunately, this one's just gonna keep growing. Really big issue. There we go. Wow, now we get the land. We could have used this. Did we have a Siren? We didn't have a Siren Storm Tamer for quite a while also, so... No, we did. We just had to... How did...
Your lack of fear disturbs me.
Yeah, I don't know what to do. Qatar Commando. Well... Looks like someone else had an idea. Yeah, the Dawnbringer Cleric Blink is a very good answer to the Shrine meta. Yeah, well, I'm gonna call this episode. And Burglarette. We can discard the Test of Talent since... Yeah, our opponents demonstrated that all they're playing are creatures, so... Oh, there's the lands that we were looking for. What the heck? Yeah, sometimes the game just... Sometimes the game's just out to get you. Yes. Might as well have a minor victory, but it... Yeah, but all is lost at this point. Once our opponent got the Soul Herder Dawnbringer Cleric lock, yeah, this one's just me throwing in the towel. I just want to see what we would have gotten. One more land. Yeah. Well, can't win them all, but you know what? This is the farthest we've gone. We beat our beat our boogeyman, so to speak, and we managed to have a very good decisive lead against some other matchups. So you know what? I'll take this one. But it looks like I'm never gonna win the Decathlon event. It is what it is. A waste of time. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this episode of the Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, turn on notifications and whatnot. I will assure you guys that not everything is gonna be suffering. There are moments of triumph, but so far everything in the Decathlon has eluded me. I guess that's just how it's gonna go. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Nice Doomscar. Hope to see you guys again next time. Take care, God bless, stay safe wherever you are. Have a great week, everyone. Take care. Oh, have a great rest of the year as well.